Lesson 89, we're solving what's called a system of equations, or sometimes it's called simultaneous equations. A very important skill that you'll keep honing in future math classes. But here we have our introduction to the system of equations. You know an equation, right? Equation might be x plus y is 6. We have an equal sign, so it's an equation. Now, if you have a system of something, that means we actually have more than one of something. We'll actually have two equations that share a common variables. So I've actually modeled the first equation in this word problem. He's thinking of two numbers, x and y, that add up to be 6. Okay? We could guess and check, because he says then one more thing that would help us get there, or we could be strategic about it. He also says that one number is 10 more than the other number. So let's just say 1 is x. If you take away 10 from x, it's going to be y, because it's 10 more, right? Or I could have done x plus 10 equals y. It would have worked either way. Now, x and y are the same in both problems. Actually, you know what? Maybe to keep x and y on the same side, we could do x minus y is 10. The difference between them is 10. How about that? Now we got x and y on the same side. We can figure out, right, we're looking for two numbers, x and y. We can figure out what they are by picking random x's and y's like we normally do and graphing each of these equations. X plus y is 6. So if x is 1, y is 5. If x is 2, y is 4. 3, 3, 4, 2, 5, 1. I suppose there's 0, 6, and 6, 0 as well. Okay, that's this one. Then we go ahead and try this one, where if x is 0, y would be a negative 10. Let's not use that one. X minus y. So if x were 10, y would be 0. If x were Man, this is kind of weird, but let's just do 5, negative 5. I don't love these numbers, but they're technically right. You definitely got some negatives in there because he said one number is 10 more than the other, but they only add up to 6. So one of the numbers is definitely a negative. So what we do then, we take our two tables of values, we graph this line, maybe by plotting some of these points, and then we graph this line by plotting some points that worked for x and y. So they do that. First they do x plus y is 6, and they show if they picked 6 and then you get 0, we did that in 0, 6. That's this line right here. They pick some points, they graph it through at least the axes. This axis and this axis, right? So they graph that line here, and the answer is actually the coordinates of where they intersect. So when I did my line, it would have been 8, negative 2. They would have crossed here. 8, negative 2, they would have crossed right here. If I had done my line, it would have been like that or something. But all that matters is one number is 8 and one number is negative 2. So that's where you get your answer. It's the where they cross. So go ahead and try that with letter A. Yeah, A is fine.